Real Madrid is the greatest club in the world, and what great clubs have are many, many legendary matches. Today we are going to show you 5 of them that will remind you why you are a fan of this club in the first place, and make you love them even more. Number 5. Bayern Munich versus Real Madrid. One of the greatest matches of European football is the classic between these two teams. It was the second leg of UEFA Champions League semi-final in 2014. Real Madrid won the first leg at the Santiago Bernabeu 1-0, but the return match was simply unpredictable. It was Sergio Ramos who scored a fantastic header after a great long pass from Modric.
Modric with the corner. It's a great header from Sergio!
It was the first glimpse of what was going to happen at the Allianz Arena that night. Shortly after the first goal, him again, the legendary defender with another header.
Di Maria. Pepe got a flick and it's in! It's Sergio Ramos again!
Sergio Ramos scored a second time in just 4 minutes and leaves Neuer with the fans stunned. The masterpiece was not going to stop there. It was time for a counter-attack lesson. Fantastic chemistry between Karim Benzema and Gareth Bale, who made a brilliant sprint, passing the ball to the best in the world, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Gareth Bale, Cristiano Ronaldo, 3-0!
Goal and 3-0. It was Cristiano's 15th goal that season, an all-time record. And now Real Madrid were 3-0 in Germany against Pep Guardiola's team. Bayern players were defeated, but Real Madrid and Cristiano's night was not going to end there. In the 90th minute, a free kick, and it was Cristiano who wanted to break his own records. He shoots the ball below Bayern's wall, and Neuer could only catch the ball with his eyes while it enters the goal. 4-0 in a magical night at the Allianz Arena. The nightmare of the Germans ended, and the reign of the Madridistas started that night. Number 3. Real Madrid versus Juventus. It was 2017 and Real Madrid were again in a Champions League final. They were facing Juventus, which only had 3 goals conceded all year. The final promised to be challenging for the Vikings. Juventus started dominating the game, with Higuain and Pjanic powerful shots, but Navas was undefeated. Shortly after, a counter-attack starting with the beautiful combination of Modric, Kroos, Benzema, and Carvajal ended with a great shot from Ronaldo, scoring the 500th goal in the Champions League for Real Madrid and being the first player to score in 3 Champions League finals. Juventus tried to level things up, and they were able to do it with Mandzukic's magnificent bicycle kick, and the first half ended 1-1. The second half started with Real Madrid totally dominating the game. At the 62nd minute, a ball came to Casemiro's legs, and he sent it home with a magnificent shot. 2-1, and Real Madrid's match had just started. 3 minutes later, it was Cristiano's time to score again after he met Modric's beautiful pass. It was his 600th goal and 3rd for Real that match. Juventus seemed defeated, and when things couldn't go worse for them, a red card for Cuadrado. By that time, they had just wanted the match to end, but for Real Madrid, it wasn't quite over. Asensio came on the field, and just minutes later, he scored the 4th goal after a beautiful Marcelo move.
Marcelo's cross is put away!
Was someone making an offer to Perez over the phone for Asensio? Zidane's Real Madrid became champions of Europe for the 12th time, and it was the 2nd in a row. Record after record after record. Number 2. Real Madrid versus Manchester City. At the end of the first semi-final leg in Etihad Stadium, which ended 4-3 for the citizens, Benzema called for Madridistas support in order to qualify.
Tenemos que ir a Bernabéu. Necesitamos la afición como nunca. Y vamos a hacer una cosa mágica, que es ganar.
So in the second leg, the fans were flooding the Bernabeu, hoping for another comeback from their club. Manchester City dominated most of the match, and for Real Madrid, the only hero was Courtois, who was unbreakable. But in the 72nd minute, Mahrez's shot went straight in the corner of the net, leaving Courtois and everyone in Bernabeu stunned. Everything seemed to be over for Real Madrid. Some of its fans lost their hope and started to abandon the stadium because they couldn't see their team lose. City had 99% chances of qualifying according to statistics, and Real Madrid only 1%. But the unimaginable happened. The main star happened to be Rodrigo. Just a few minutes after he was subbed on, an enormous roar was heard coming from the stadium, making the leaving fans turn their head and regret their decision.
Estaba ya la niña que no quiero se llevar al disgusto, pero bueno, todavía podemos remontar.
A ver si hay suerte.
¡Que hemos remontado! ¡Que hemos remontado! ¡Vamos!
The Brazilian substitute turned home Karim Benzema's ball in the final minute. The king was still alive, and Guardiola knew. Just 90 seconds later, hell broke loose for citizens. Carvajal, with an amazing pass, found Rodrigo's head that gave Real Madrid the lead for the very first time in this tie. Everyone was in total euphoria. The players, the fans, the staff all had the same feeling. Real Madrid was going to qualify. At the extra time, the whole Bernabeu was standing up, giving everything for their team. And the team did not disappoint. The chance came when Benzema won a penalty kick. All eyes were on him. Totally cool, he shoots the target and he scores. The king sits in his throne again. Nothing can stop them now. Real Madrid played maybe the greatest Champions League semi-final ever, and they were going to the final. Number 1. Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid. After 12 long years, Real Madrid had finally reached their Champions League final in 2014, searching for their 10th title. They were facing Atletico Madrid in a derby final. The players came to the field with their hearts filled with hope and ready to write history for our legendary club once again. It was clear that Real Madrid was owning the game, with many chances created, but the goal was missing. Gareth Bale missed the best chance Real Madrid had until that moment, and a few minutes later, Atletico punished that miss. The goal arrived for the rivals on the 36th minute from a header who caught Casillas off his line. In the second half, Real Madrid was trying everything to find the goal. Atletico defended with all players having almost zero attacks. They were in the lead and they were trying everything to stay that way, denying every chance Real had. The dream was becoming a nightmare. The minutes were passing, the extra time started and was going away very fast. Atletico Madrid players were celebrating. The despair of Real Madrid fans and players was unbearable until the 93rd minute when everything stopped.
Yes! It is! What a header!
Modric's long pass went straight to the Ramos head, who shocked everyone. His header turned in a nightmare for Atletico and heaven for Real Madrid. The heart of the Madridistas started beating again, and there was still hope for La Decima. At the extra time, it was goal after goal after goal. First, Bale's header, then Marcelo's wonderful shot, and at the end, of course, Ronaldo's penalty. Everyone was in awe. It was the most beautiful comeback in a final and a dream come true for Real Madrid, winning their most deserved Champions League title. It was the start of a new era for Real Madrid and for the European football.